There may be too much sun in the greenhouse, but there's not enough suns on Fog Entertainment, damn it. Well, back to Sons of Anarchy Season 4, Episode 4. And we've got Una Venta. And that's our fact one. It means a sail in Spanish.
Well, there's a few sales going on here.
There is numerous sales. Pretty much
all dodgy sales, but nonetheless.
Drugs, or maybe, in Gemma's case, a few bulbs at the plant shop. So, you know, but all dodgy. Sales nonetheless. Fact number 2. First appearance of Sam Taz. What do you think Taz stands for?
Taz stands for Tasmania.
Tucson, Arizona. Better luck next time. And then the final fact. First members to be spared Mr. Mayhem after killing a member in the show.
Yeah,
now, to be fair, was Clay spared? He didn't get Mr. Mayhem for pushing McGee, but would he have been spared? I'm willing to bet he would if the vote went through.
There was no proof, though, I guess, of them killing him.
True.
You know, I guess it's all hearsay and, like, I mean, they might believe that they done it, but there is no tangible proof, so therefore maybe that is why they escaped a Mr. Mayhem vote.
It could have been.
I guess if they don't, plead guilty, if they don't admit to it, then maybe it's a bit harsh to kill them without actually having 100% proof. So I think maybe just kicking them out the club, stripping them of their patches, probably, and giving them a beating. Probably a bit fair.
Probably a bit fair, but we'll have to get to that beating a wee bit later on. But Jackie Boy.
Forget about Jackie Boy, though. I want to just say, I thought Sam Tez could have passed as Mayans. A lot of them looked like they were on the Mexican...
Variety.
They looked
the
like
Hispanic bunch.
The borderline.
Yeah, they probably kicked out the only white guy in Huff.
Yeah.
Because he was in the Huff. But Jackie Boy, he's writing into his journal... Tara wants to know what's going on, and she's like, you know what, actually I'm too tired.
I'm channeling my inner JT.
I don't want to hear about the fucking drugs you guys are going to mule back. I'm way back to bed.
Like father, like son.
You're goddamn right. But in the greenhouse, like the reference to the start of this video, the plants are overgrown. And then Clay sits down, then we see the extent. There's just plants everywhere. It's like weed.
I finally get the reference 3 minutes late.
There you go.
3-minute warning there.
The reference was a wee bit better now, isn't it?
Makes more sense now.
But Clay is getting an arthritis shot. He gets one here for Gemma. Then when we hit the road, he gets like about 10 for Jax.
You know what? Clay's really struggling here. The guy should have just done what Gemma suggested. Take time off to heal. Let's be real. Even if he needed to step down momentarily, I'm sure there would have been a deal in place that he regains control of the club when he comes back.
Yeah.
There must be a clause like that.
If Jax wants it, he could have just said to Jax here, right, you want it, but you need to keep the seat warm for me.
Yeah, but like, I mean, surely, like, I don't know if it's just a jail clause, but it's not like because Clay went to prison for like 14 years, like Opie became the president. It's not how it works. It might be like stand-in president, but when it's like for example, Packer and Mines. I mean, he was still the president because they always thought he was going to come back and make a recovery.
Very true.
And Happy was just standing in for him in Tacoma. So I'm going to assume that...
No, and Sam Dino, mate.
Sam Dino, actually, sorry. So I'm going to assume that it would be a similar situation. I mean, if Clay needed to step down to get surgery, surely when he's fit and able, no pun intended there, grandson, then he should have just been able to come back in at president. What are they going to do? Have him rejoin the club as a prospect? For fuck's sake.
Come on,
This is
man.
Clay Morrow here.
It is Clay Morrow.
This is big Ron Perlman.
If you're wondering...
Plus, he's been showing support to Israel, so big up, Clay.
It must be alright. Right, if you're wondering where Happy, Kozik and Opie are, they're up north with the Irish, so everyone else is down south with the Sam Taz.
Well, I thought they would have sent Chibs up north with the Irish.
No, Chib's got the privilege of going to Arizona. We arrive, we're introduced to a few characters.
Sweet home Arizona.
Armando, Huff and Benny, and a few other jobbers. That's
the only thing I will give, well, not the only thing, but I liked how the Mayans did incorporate a lot more charters than SOA did, and they introduced a lot more presidents and VPs. Like in Sons, yeah, sometimes we got a rare appearance of a different charter, but it was like one-off specials. I mean, in the episode 4, season 1, we get Indiana Hills, they get the patch over, and because that's like the closest charter to SAMCRO, you kind of think that they might be a bit relevant, but they just don't even have any appearances until season 7. the last season. I think they could have done better. Like, no,
Who are you talking about here?
Indian Hills.
It hadn't appeared in season 6.
All right, well, okay. Point being here is it's still a long time.
Well, don't. Come on. 3 appearances across the board. They did no bad. Anyway, right. Moving on. They arrive in Arizona. We meet everyone. Everything's going according to plan, but then it turns out there's a junkie who owes a few members some money for the crank.
He's getting beat up, and I think the sons are like, who the hell is this guy? He gets tackled to the floor by
Bobby
Peg
starts licking the crank.
Yeah, like some powder falls out the guy's pocket. Bobby picks it up, quick as Jew on the team there, lifts it up.
The only Jew on the team.
Oh, that's true. Picked up like it was a dollar bill, and after giving it a lick, he decided, this is correct.
I'm going to bomb Gaza.
Well, no, he decided this is crank, and that Sam Tez essentially need to shut it down, and the club weren't too happy here, but Sam Tez defended their actions. They said, look, it's been folded in, brother. Club decision.
Dealing, muling, same damn thing.
Yeah, they also says they didn't think there was anything wrong with it, considering that SAMCRO are now in the drug business. And so did Bobby, to be fair. Bobby stuck up for Sam Tez.
See, to be honest, right?
Although maybe he didn't stick up for Sam Tez, but I think he just said it was pretty hypocritical for Clay.
Well, right.
I don't think he was condoning what Sam Tez was doing.
Let's just put it into perspective. Let's say it's guns. If you're moving guns or selling them, it's the same shit.
Yeah, you're getting people killed and shit, so I mean, it's the same with this drugs, isn't it? Whether you're actually selling it or just moving it. It's Bobby's right.
Yeah.
Let's be real. No, Bobby is right.
It's just Clay trying to... It's Clay trying to set a precedent of here, shit, our move here is going to make every other charter jump into the drug business, but let's just try and make it look like, here, what we're doing is not drugs. It's actually just muling, alright, troops? When in reality, it is. It's just, once you're in, you're in. There's no half in, half out. If you're in drugs, you're in drugs.
And it's not just like you never really get a clean break.
Like, Walter White can't claim, here, I'm not in the drug business, just make it.
Yeah, but like, see realistically, like, say the cartel, does Clay think that he's just going to wake up one day and went, you know what, guys, we've made our money, that's us out, you need to find someone else?
Well, he can. He's going to retire with all his money. 700k a shipment.
I know, but I mean, realistically, the club should know that, come on, Jack should know that's not how it fucking works. They do know how it. Come on.
Yeah, but Jack's is willing to sell at the club to get his freedom.
Well, Jack's not a dick. Is this not the same guy that went, this club's not about loyalty, it's about money? And I mean, Jack's fucking...
I think he was trying to convince himself to job them out.
I think Jack's is more selfish than half the people in the club.
He is, by God.
I'm on Team Bobby and Chibs.
Gemma buys some plants, finds out from Roosevelt's wife that Charming Heights is on the verge of collapse and they need to raise 80k, and then... Guess what? Lincoln Potter outside confirms this under the name of Nick Stackhouse, and he's like, damn it, if he doesn't get his investors, they could shut it all down. But of course, Lincoln Potter hates Hale, so he's just telling Gemma this, so she tells Clay, and then Clay comes in with his fucking duffel bags of her cash just to get Charming Heights hoovered out. So Charming can remain white, because Ron Perlman's all about that, doesn't want outsiders in there for some reason.
There was me thinking Clay was going to pay 700k for a couple of bulbs.
Nope, not a couple of balls, damn it. A couple of fucking bulldozers to stuff Charming Heights to the ground. But at the bike rally, just checks them in. Romeo's late. They're wondering why he's late. Then it turns out... I don't like being watched. Luis Torres arrives. He's like, someone is watching us, right? And then I think what happens next is just ridiculous. So we're on bike. Sam Taz, SAMCRO. Armando looks at Clay.
A really fucking unnecessary scene.
It was.
Teg tells Clay, are you alright to ride here? And Clay's like, yeah,
Get
shut
on your
up.
bike, you little bitch.
So then they're leading. Both presidents are neck and neck. Armando looks at Clay. He looks at his hands and goes, those things are fucked. So Armando revs his...
Surprised Clay didn't shoot him for this.
Armando revs his bike and just speeds into the distance. Clay is sitting there with barely able to get a grip here. His fingertips hanging on to the bike, and he decides, well, fuck it, I can't have a president for a different charter that's below me running ahead. So Clay then revs the bike, and he follows, and then everybody on the bike start going about 250 miles an hour. Meanwhile, the people the following in the fan, the tail that they've got is trying to keep up, and Sam Tez and SAMCRO, they must get like a fucking, I don't know, maybe not a mile in front, but they get so far in front, and then as soon as they're far in front, they pull in, and there's this like truck with gasoline that just, I guess they happen to have the keys for, just happen to be randomly parked there. A couple of Sam Tez members get off the bikes, they drive this truck into the middle of the road, then they push off these like gasoline, petrol canisters off the truck, and they start shooting it, and then it goes into a big fireball, big flame. The tail then cannot follow, even though they could have just drove around the side, went off the road, and then came back on to the road, but they didn't do that. They just looked, and then SAMCRO and Sam Tess drove away into the distance. I mean, they're on bikes. I mean, they were so far ahead of this tail that they could have just kept going, and the tail would never have been able to keep up with them. The fact that they just had to stop and create this distraction, this explosion scene, is something that felt incredibly forced, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I mean, it's just ridiculous lengths. Like, there's so many other... You could have split up. Like, Romeo realistically only wants to talk with Clay and Jax. I think he wants to talk with fucking Miles and Armando. No, he doesn't. He wants to talk with Clay and Jax.
So you could argue the tail would follow Clay and Jax, but, I mean, they're on bikes. They could have just kept going, and they would have been well clear.
Like, what I would say is... I mean, I guess it's more the show problem than a Sam Taz problem, but yeah, it's just... I mean, like you said, they could drive around it. I always watched this scene and went, like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, why would you go to such... Like, you've just blown up a truck, right? With, like, 20 oil barrels in the back of it. Like, literally to stop the police, which can see it.
Yeah, is that not going to bring more attention to you?
Yeah.
I mean, because SAMCRO are telling them, oh, you need to keep low profile, and you guys are, selling crank. Well, creating this massive explosion.
Yeah, is that not going to...
Was that not going to draw attention?
What a blowback, brother. Right, so then SAMCRO visit a pet shop.
Pretty retarded, if you ask me.
We meet Reggie. Reggie's not giving up any information here, because, of course, he is the guy who got drummed out of the club.
He is the guy that killed Gus Fring. No, wait, that wasn't him.
It's not him, but yeah, of course, the whole crank folk passed after he left, and little Paul was killed. So Jack's managed to figure out, maybe something's going on here. So they confront him. They break a fish tank, which doesn't break him. Chibs then pulls a gun, which he then tries to pull a gun. Chib's like, no, not today, Reggie. And then...
What did Reggie think was really going to happen here?
Yeah, he pulls a gun, they just fucking drop him. I mean, he can't drop every member.
Yeah, I mean,
Reggie... This is fucking fish and rabbits start pulling guns.
Reggie pulls a gun out. I'm sure they say, you're not really going to shoot us, Reggie, are you?
Yeah, if this guy's a lifer and, like, he got betrayed by 2 members, why would you start shooting SAMCRO members?
Especially the Muller
Right, yes, they've destroyed your fish tank, right? They've threatened your rabbit, but it's not...
It's not wiping out a charter.
Yeah, but eventually he tells them the truth and then they let him go. Clay then says, I can't promise this won't come back on you or that woman. Little Paul's old lady, damn it. Piney goes to Tara.
But they treated this guy like he was a sack of shite. Bobby slept with Luann. Same shit. So if Bobby wants to call a spade for comparing the crank and the cartel drugs, then how's Bobby having an issue with this guy?
I don't think he really gives a fuck, does he?
No, I think the club treated him... I think the club walked away and they looked at him as if he was a pile of shite. They did. They were looking down on him.
I didn't really pick up on this.
No, they did, man. They were looking at him as if he was a piece of shit.
Well, maybe they felt like, well, you know what, you jobbed little Paul out, you just left without fighting. You got me?
I know, but the way he explained it was... Well, little Paul was already dead, and I thought I'd done the best by his widow.
Because you don't argue the fact he got his tattoos not linked out. It's like, he's excommunicated. That's frowned upon, even no matter how he left. Maybe that's what it was. Once you get the tattoos linked out, you're a fucking bum.
Bible Clay, season and a half.
Anyway, Piney goes to visit Tara. He's like, you know what, I need some fucking leverage, right? We're going through some troubled waters. Gemma raps on the door. Tara goes outside.
Gemma's a nosy bastard. She just always seems to be somewhere.
Yeah, what's Tara to sign up for the committee here? And then as soon as that question gets asked, Piney's arse collapses and he ends up in a hospital bed. And that's him done. That is him done. Well, he's not dead actually, but Tara talks to him, and then again, Gemma comes in.
Well, he may as well have been dead.
He may as well be dead. But yeah, Gemma's interrupted their fucking story time twice here. I mean, come on. Sort yourself out here. Lincoln Potter, then IDs Luis in the photos as a former Mexican Special Forces whose a commanding officer was Romeo Parada. So he's beginning to link the cartel together here. He then says he's going with the place where bikers go to die. And where's that? Prison. He goes to meet Otto. He uses a fake name here, like he did with Gemma, and he places pictures of Luan on Otto and essentially just pins the murder of Luan on Bobby. And see, to be honest, right, we can say he's doing this to flip Bobby, but maybe in Potter's eyes, does he genuinely think Bobby did it? We obviously know Bobby wouldn't do it, and it was Caruso. But I guess there was no tangible proof it was Caruso. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
so
I guess.
So Otto's being used here by Potter, but pretty sad scene. It just makes you feel for Otto. Here is this guy, killed that Russian in the premiere, and he's sitting here in solitary confinement, minding his own business, and he just gets all these photos slapped on top of him. Felt sorry for Big Otto, but it is what it is. Right, Clay, bring SAMCRO
Yeah, it was a bit of a weird. I mean, Otto's just laying in bed and he just gets all these photos of his dead wife slapped on top of him.
A4 sheets of fucking...
Like he's a piece of fucking table or something, you know? I was like, what the hell?
It is. Talking to the table, Clay brings this to the table. He starts talking about Reggie and Little Paul, and then Huff's like, you bring this fucking tweener in here, and he's like, yeah, he may be a tweaker, but he's not. And then Chibs points to fucking, what's his name? There's so many.
Reggie?
Reggie, and then, yeah, Reggie's like, you know, if you got into Crank on a lie, you guys are going to have to refolk this. And then, big, what's his name? Huff, he's had enough. He's like, you go take this shit? He's like, Huff, sit down. He's like, nah, screw this. And then Clay just grabs him by the fucking balls. He's like,
how's the grip now?
Bit gay. I mean, can he not just fucking punched him in the stomach? But no, he grabs him by the fucking balls.
Having trouble with the grip there, S.A.?
Yeah, makes for a good line, but bit gay.
Even Armando is calling them S.A. It just seems like a Spanish term to me. Like, I don't know.
It is, but...
not very white there, is it?
Not very white at all, but we get the end of this whole situation.
Here, Armando looks blacker than Juice, so I don't know what Juice is worrying about.
Exactly what it's just worrying about. But at this point, turns out Sam Taz ain't getting out of the crank business. They fought it. Yeah, anyway, the money was too good. But... Huff and Benny's put it out.
Look at the amount of effort SAMCRO went through here to try and get this crank business closed down. And what did it accomplish? Nothing. Killed a couple of fish, broke a tank, threatened the life of a rabbit. Forced Benny to come back to the club looking like a little... Reggie to come back to the club looking like a little bitch. Got 2 members beat up and kicked out. And Armando had to waste time doing another vote just for the vote to be more unanimous. I mean, last time it was a close vote. You know, it was like a boxing fight that was close. Split decision. I mean, this one was a fucking total shot.
Do you think Reggie could rejoin since Huff and Benny are out? Or
that boat sailed. I know when they want Paul to... Not Paul, what's his name? To come back. Season 5, give him back. Well, that boat sailed.
Kyle?
Yeah.
That's not happening, right? Also, Gemma warns Piney that getting close to these letters is going to get you killed, old man. She wasn't wrong, was she? No.
Piney should have just... paper shredder, put the letters in there. Good night.
Good night. Right, anyway, we get the meeting here. The Suns lead 18-wheeler to the drop-off. And then we get the scene. Romeo and Luis. 30 kilos of hard-cut Colombian cocaine. Also, the Irish looks like they're coming stateside for a face-to-face. But yeah, the crate gets opened. Clay's like, you normally ride this heavy for a wee meat big man? He's like, some heavy garlic salsa, man. Wait till you taste it. Clay's fucking eyes are lighting up here. 750,000 duffel bags.
Could that be quote of the episode?
Could be.
It
could be. But 30 kilos of hard-cut Colombian cocaine is here.
A lot of kilos.
It is a lot of kilos. 30 to be exact. Boom.
How
Bobby
much time
picks a kilo up and he's like, shied.
How much time would it take one person to consume that? Without dying?
I don't know, that's fucking... I don't know. There's a lot of people you could ask, to be fair, but... You know what? You look at no one's happy with this. Even Clay's looking at it like...
What did you do?
What have I signed myself up for? I'm fucking shooting myself. Danny Dyer. But, yeah, all over here. Bobby, is disgruntled about it, and Clay's like, load it up. And the Suns look at it all in disgust. And that's how the episode ends.
How much do you think's worth that 30 Colombian kilos? terms of money, like.
Yeah, probably close. Actually, I don't know. I'd say it'd be near millions.
Well, I mean, if
not-
if SAMCRO are getting 700k just for muling it, then it would have to be worth a shitload of money.
Also, that is kind of for guns as well, so bear that in mind. I'd say we'd be looking at a couple of million.
True.
Because look how much people would buy for a bag of cocaine, and look, they're 30 fucking bricks.
30 bricks, buddy.
Tell them the price of the bricks going up. Anyway, guys, that is the end of the episode. You know what? It was one of. It wasn't.
No, but just see when you think the amount of junkies that are a bit. It's like 30 bricks just doesn't seem that much to go around.
Okay, it's not like, but here, tell you what, once you step on it and add a bit of rat poison, I'm sure it fucking, you know, you can double it.
50 bricks, 60 bricks, 70 bricks.
You know, it was a kind of filler-esque episode, but
I think it was the worst episode so far of season 4.
but it was necessary. It showed you that it was a good introduction to like, oh fuck, we're actually in the drug business.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily going to blame Sam Tez. I just don't think the episode was that great. But I did enjoy the ending.
Yeah, again,
When they meet, the ending was good. I mean, that's the thing about Sons of Anarchy. It was a lot of strong endings.
yes,
You know, I feel like when the ending always leaves you wanting more.
I want more and no less.
I want more. Yeah. So I mean, overall, it was all right. I'm going to I'll get a 6.
6. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. 6.5, guys. Boom. That is SOA here. 4 times 4 done. Be back very soon.
I was going to get a 7, but you know what? I just didn't enjoy that. That I'm going to take a point off for that whole scene where they shot the barrels up.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But before we leave, we've got quote of the episode
Why,
and MVP.
ho-ho.
Aye, so hold your horses. there.
Armando MVP.
Yeah, no, I liked Armando. We don't get to see him again, unfortunately.
Oh, we
but-
do. He's missing a head, though.
Ah, well, you know, I suppose. Yeah, well, that's the price you pay.
Armando.
I mean, you should just voted no.
You should have voted no, but you voted yes. Quote of the episode. 30 kilos of hard-cut Colombian cocaine.
Said by the one and only Romeo.
Romeo Parada. But anyway, guys, parade this one out. Like, comment, subscribe. But until next time, peace.